Okay, quickly. So my name is Henk Rogers. I've been in the game industry since like 1983 when I wrote the first role-playing game in Japan. Then I became a publisher. Then I traveled around the world looking for games to bring to Japan. I found Tetris at the Consumer Electronics Show, and now I'm pretty much own Tetris and license Tetris to the world. You know, I just did what I do. I didn't expect it to have, this big. I think, part of that is I'm lucky, and part of it is that, I was in the right place at the right time. Well, when I first saw Tetris, I fell in love with it. I came back, 4 times in the CES, and I played and played and played. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm so addicted to this game. And then when I brought it to Japan, I saw everybody else in my company. Everybody wanted to play. So that's when I thought, oh my gosh, this game is a big deal. Because it's the first game that women really want to play. Yeah, so the biggest challenge in licensing Tetris from the Soviets is they did not understand intellectual property. Because the rule in the Soviet Union is everything belongs to the people. So if you create a game or write a book or make a movie, whatever, everybody can just have it for free. And so they didn't have, they don't understand licensing. So I had to teach them everything, which made it a little bit more difficult. No, it's a movie. So I wouldn't change anything about the movie. But there was so much, so much Hollywood in the movie. So I decided I have to write the book. At first, in 1983, I spent a year writing a game. That's all I did. And in 1984, my game became a big hit. And I was programming the next game at the same time. And at the end of that year, I said, you know what? I have to choose. I cannot do both. If I'm programming or coding day and night. And I can't run the company at the same time. So I thought, I'm already 31 years old and I can't be programming forever. Younger people are going to come and want to program. So I leave that to them and I get into the business of running the company. I would say try to do something that no one else has done. I know that's hard because there's so many people doing stuff. But it's the only way that you're really going to make a mark in the industry is if you do something that nobody else has done. It's easy to make a copy of a copy of a copy. But what's going to happen is your game is a hit, somebody's going to copy it and make another hit. So like Bejeweled and Candy Crush and whatever, all those games, they're just copies of games. But if you create a new game like Tetris, you should register your copyright and trademark and make sure nobody else can make that game. I sold a company in 2005. A month later, I had a heart attack. And so in the ambulance, as I'm going to the hospital, I said, no, I'm not going. I still have stuff to do. And in the recovery room, after going through the operation, I read in the newspaper, we are going to kill all the coral by the end of the century in the world. I said, no, we're not. What's causing that is carbon dioxide. It's ocean acidification caused by carbon dioxide, caused by us. So my mission number 1 is to end the use of carbon-based fuel. So first of all, you get what you pay for. So if there's a game out there that costs $90, you obviously are getting something for your money. Otherwise, nobody would be able to sell the game at $90. When I sold Tetris, Black Onyx in 1983, it was $78. It was the most expensive game in Japan at the time. But I said, you're going to get many hours of fun playing this game. So calculate your entertainment per hour. If it's $1 per hour, if you get 90 hours, $1 per hour, I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. Now AI, I think AI is going to make things much more interesting. Things that I imagine I can build very quickly now. I don't do it myself, but I know other people do it. But can you imagine trying to build a skyscraper without a crane? just have people, walking up and, carrying everything upstairs, that's going to take forever. That's how the pyramids were built. And it took years and years and years and years. But now they can build something very quickly. So do we build less? No, we build more. And so AI is an empowering tool that's going to enable us to do more. But you talk about the game industry, and there's different parts of the game industry. There's personal computer, there's console, and there's mobile. Now, the problem with mobile is we took everybody, all the consumers, to a point now where nobody wants to pay for a game. Nobody wants to pay for a game. That's ridiculous. Because in the end, they pay. But they pay in a different way. They pay by buying items or watching commercials. And this is sort of a waste of time. It's nothing to do with the game. In the old days, or in console or PC, you buy a game, you play the game, and you don't have to think about, please give me money, please give me money. It's like, it's like, I'll give you the game for free, and I'm going to be begging you for money for the next, whatever. So it changes the game design to build in monetization, when it should just be, it's just like a cup of latte. It's like $3-4 for a game. Come on. How much pleasure do you get from a latte? 30 minutes? Maybe. For a computer game on a mobile phone, you can get hours and hours of entertainment. So, come on. I play Tetris from time to time. When there's a new version of Tetris, I'm curious. I want to know what's going on. I have people that play Tetris for me. So, here, you play Tetris. And tell me if it's good or not, El juego?
El juego?
El juego perfecto. El juego perfecto. Buy my book, El Juego Perfecto. It is the true story of what happened. You first watch the movie, then you read the book. You know the truth.